NuckleDu is going to be the first one up in the hot seat to face off against Psycho's Kim. Now, I like it. Initially, we thought, who he's going to pick is going to be Guile. Heck, he could also have a DJ on board if necessary. But Cammy is going to be the choice coming into it. Yo, how do you feel about that? I thought it was personally going to be the Guile.
I mean, look, in all honesty, Guile might have an issue dealing with it, but honestly, I don't think that's the case. I think that Cammy can fight this a little more because she has the mobility to keep up with a character like Kimberly on the ground. Makes a lot of sense. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about traversing as much because you can kind of keep up with her speed. You have dive kick to do with the deal with the air-to-air, but also just the honesty of keeping her honest on the ground as well. But we're going to get into it. We have NuckleDu going up against Psycho. It's the Cammy versus the Kimberly, game one.
And I'm liking the ranges thus far. Yeah, you got to force it. You have to force the bar expenditure. That's totally fine if you're NuckleDu because, look, Kim doesn't necessarily get out of the corner. Sure, it's her turn, but Cammy still gets to maintain control. Her ranges is what's really going to drive Kimberly crazy, but the OD uppercut coming in from NuckleDu, it strips away the gates for herself. However, this offensive pressure is going to be more so towards the benefit of NuckleDu. Like Psycho, he's going to be on the back foot majority of the time until he gets his drive gauge, which he does. No overhead this time, grounds him, still gets the back grab.
Oh, the neutral jump, I like the call out. And once again, this is why I was saying Cammy works out here because one, you know NuckleDu is going to test that ground game, and he has no issue walking up, doing stand medium, crouch medium, and just using some of these great buttons that Cammy has that are so strong versus some of these other matchups in one like this. And this is the second time this has worked out. This time, no DI reaction, just raw call out on the super. And the burnout.
He still manages to tech. Kind of wild forward throw now. Psycho going in with the meaty slide. Does get the link afterwards. I like that.
Okay. Answers back with a small check on the jab from Cammy.
Damn! That just stuffed out the elbow?
This is what I was talking about. Like, you don't have a problem going air-to-air with this character because you know she has to pay attention to Cammy's just like you have to pay attention to hers.
Try to do some loopy jumps. Like, if you think you're going to do jump dog kick, try to do some loopy jumps also. It'll definitely can catch them. Yeah. Especially in the corner sometimes if you think you're going to do the jump dog kick string.
Okay. Execute.
That's unnecessary.
I don't know, man. You saw Street Fighter 2, man? I just watched it again. I saw it for the first time in a long time at EVO, and I was like, bro, Cammy was destroying people when she got out of there, bro.
She was trying to and be on a mission at all times. That was actually kind of brutal and violent. She does more than just send you to the hospital. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Okay, throw, counter hit throw on top of that. Dude in full control. And like I said, man, this really points to the fact that I feel like,
perfect parry?
I like that. Meaty enough to where you don't have to worry about the free throw afterwards. The awareness of Punk jumps out of there. Excuse me, not Punk.
I get it. I see Cammy on the screen. I think the same thing.
And that's another throw. This guy, NuckleDu, this is exactly what I was talking about. Put the team on tilt, earn these points, get the lead, and make that second game all the more important. Putting a little more stress on your FlyQuest team as well. So let's see what happens. And we know we got Chris CCH coming up second. That puts a little pressure on him, too.
A little bit, yeah. I think I like NuckleDu coming up first majority of the times these last couple of weeks just to get those first 10 points secured in, right? You're locked in as the away team. You have no choice. But, man, Psycho's starting to heat it up a little bit. He's throwing in some of the mixes. I love that. Showing. You might be hella dead.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that. You might be hella dead.
Yeah, there's normal dead, but this is hella dead.
And that's going to be that. And this is what I like to see. Psycho keeping his wits about him. And look, this guy plays Punk. You know he knows how to fight this matchup.
Yes. That's exactly that. And then imagine Punk has a lot to say. So technically this is like a 2v1. We talked about that. Having the assist from your teammates that happen to play and main this character. But NuckleDu right now, he's taking it a little bit back. He's taking it a little bit slower. That dive kick was so deep.
And we've also talked about the fact, like, even seasons before, of, like, these guys actually knowing how each other play, right? So even if it's not the Cammy, you know Du and Punk have crossed paths so many times, whether it be online or offline. Waking up with the level 3. He's 3 for 3 with the wake-up supers, and it's worked out every time. Donka.
He's got the tunes on. Psycho, you know that's what I like. It's on his Spotify.
Left a Banksy at the crime scene, bro. Oh, the DI at the last second, but not enough life to make it count. And that is going to be the first game going to NuckleDu